So for release 1.73, which is now available in the App Exchange, we added a few enhancements to Juno Orders. One is the email templates. We altered those so that you can adjust the column headings to display various specific columns that are maybe unique to your business. We'll show you that in just a moment. We enhanced the opportunity integration with the native Salesforce opportunity object, which we'll show you right now. We also, as part of that opportunity integration, we added the ability to name the Juno Orders objects, so sales orders, quotes, invoices, purchase orders. And then lastly, we added a feature to provide custom invoice numbering for those who would like to just start at maybe an invoice number that matches a system that they're switching over from. So let's take a look real quick at the opportunities integration, and that is the ability to have the quote. When you have an opportunity to create a Juno quote, so you're adding this button to the layout. You add this field to the layout, and then when you create a Juno quote, it creates a quote and populates the quote number here. We also take advantage of the opportunity name, and we're going to talk about the naming of our objects. So we'll jump over to the quote that was created. So you see now we have this quote name field, which you can add to your layout, and whatever the opportunity name was will become the quote name. And of course, just like you're used to, once you convert from a quote to a sales order, now we're naming the sales order. So you'll be adding the sales order name field to the layout to take advantage of it. And then from there, if you create a purchase order, that purchase order will carry that name, as will the invoice. So it's kind of the same thing. It'll have purchase order name on the purchase order layout, which you want to drag and add to there. And then on the invoice, it'll always have invoice name. So let's take a look real quick also at some invoices. And we have invoice name, which would be copied over from a sales order, and then we have invoice name, which is invoice number, which is a custom numbering schema that has been added. So you add the invoice number to the layout, and then you go into your settings, and you will see a new option under settings called object settings, and you can create the invoice numbering schema that is maybe familiar with what you're already using. So those are the major enhancements there. Lastly, the email templates. So for instance, on a quote, we didn't used to give you the ability to have control over the column headings. They were just fixed. But now you can edit these column lines just like this. You hit edit. You can name the address. So if you want to call it project address instead of shipping address, you can do that. And then here, this is where you're just adding columns to the email body for the products that will appear there. And so you can just kind of go through them, click on them, and it will add them to the list here, and it will show you the sort order, and then you can adjust the width as well. So once you do the upgrade to 1.73, these are not set by default for you. So you just want to go through and add them one at a time. Usually, most people don't need more than 5 columns. So you just kind of start with, whatever column is going to be on the left, in this case, product name. Then after that would come your product description and the notes, and then quantity, quote price, and then extended total. And the same thing would happen for invoices, for purchase orders, and the like. That should do it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us. We're always here to help.